Welcome to the Simply Vegan podcast, the show that's all about making veganism easy, fun and accessible. Brought to you by the team at Vegan Food and Living, which is the UK's best-selling vegan magazine. You can catch us every Tuesday and every Thursday. Today, Molly and I are recording together in person for the first time as we return to the office after a 2-year break due to the pandemic. Please excuse the sound quality. We promise to get it sorted for next time. Join us as we delve into the vegan dog debate and discuss what we feed our own dogs, Charlie and Chase, before going on to the topic of our favourite accidentally vegan biscuits. We review some delicious vegan condiments by Leon, including a tasty Korean mayonnaise, some unusual seaweed crisps that caused a bit of a divide, and crunchy roasted seed toppers that will elevate your lunches. And finally, we share our most embarrassing vegan stories. And we'd love to hear yours too. Email them to simplyvegan@anthem.co.uk so we can all have a giggle next week. As always, don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review. Life can be hectic, and finding fresh and nutritional vegan recipes can become another thing to worry about. But don't worry, our best-selling magazine, Vegan Food and Living, is on hand to help. You can join us today and by visiting veganfoodandliving.com/podcast or using code podcast when you order with us. Choose between our print and digital plus membership to receive the latest issue to your door or to your device, along with having easy access to thousands of plant-based recipes at your fingertips in our fully searchable digital magazine archive. Join us today and make cooking delicious vegan food that much more exciting by visiting veganfoodandliving.com/podcast. Well, this is weird.
This is very weird.
The first time recording together in the same room.
I feel a bit weird seeing your face.
I know, and I'm worried about my coffee breath because I've had quite a lot of coffee this morning.
We've got one microphone and we're both sat maybe 15 centimetres away from each other. It looks like we're having a very romantic sort of chat. We're very, very close.
Do you know what? It was so weird coming up here this morning. It was like it's like a 2-hour drive, and I haven't done it for over 2 years because obviously we haven't been in the office. Yeah, I thought I'd stop and get a coffee because I just want to be, I felt quite nervous.
Yeah, when I first came into the office, obviously we've been in my first time, I was so nervous. I had like this image of, I don't know what it could look like. Yeah, and it looks nothing like it, but it's still lovely.
You create this image in your mind, don't you? This whole room of people staring at you as you walk in, and it's actually like just like a couple of people at their computers.
It's just like a converted house.
Yeah. So I was on my way up this morning and I thought I'll stop for a coffee because I just want to be a bit like upbeat when I get there, you know, rather than like, oh, hi. Nice to see you after a few years. And stopped at the M&S garage. And honestly,
garage?
Well, it's like a garage with an M&S food attached. And I went in and they had the vegan BLT plant kitchen. Have you tried it?
No, I've not. I'm a no salt beef girl. I've got to be honest. The roll.
They didn't have that. But this, controversially, I think might be even nicer.
Really?
Yeah, it's just, it's so good. I used to love a BLT. And it's just, the bacon looks really fake, but it just works, like with the brown bread and the tomato and the crisp lettuce.
Streaky sort of bacon. Yeah, I do. I think we spoke about this quite recently, didn't we? That it's a bit...
Oh, did we?
Yeah, but I think I believe in M&S.
Yeah.
I reckon they'll do a lovely one.
It was so good. Yeah. And I just stood there in the garage and I was like, don't buy it. And I didn't buy it. I was really proud of myself.
You didn't buy it?
No, because it was like £4 or something. Because, you know, like in a service station, it's way more expensive.
Oh, yeah.
And I was trying to stay off the bread because I'm like, you know, start of a new week, going to be healthy, quite overindulged at the weekend as per usual.
Love that. I swear we're just such indulgent women on the weekend.
It's just all about the
and
food
why not?
And wine and so I didn't buy it and then got here and ate my little packed lunch by about 10:30.
She came in and she was like, is it time for lunch yet? I think it was about 10:30.
It was.
And then I looked over and she had just munched on a salad.
So yeah, that salad was gone by 11 a.m. So then I just had to buy another salad for lunch.
Yeah, we had a Morrison salad, and I've not been to Morrison Salad Bar in a long time. But today it was good. They've sort of updated it a bit, haven't they? What did we have? We had some
wild rice with apple. That was nice.
Lentil? Was it? No, maybe not lentils. I can't imagine grains and lentils. I think it might have been spinach, actually. Wild rice, apple and spinach.
Yes.
And it was sort of some other lovely...
quinoa and edamame beans.
Yeah, all the carbs today. But all the good carbs.
Yeah, I mean, I must admit, being in the office, my clothes feel so tight this morning. And usually when you're at home, you can just put your leggings on and start feeling a bit. I know, but I'm stuck in these clothes all day. I don't like it.
I always find that I have to put such an effort as well when I come into the office. When I'm on Zoom during the week, it's just such a different story.
In your hoodie. On
no
the sofa.
makeup. Literally, it's just, I don't care. I'm in my own home.
I know. I mean, I do take my dressing gown off for Zoom meetings usually. I think that's taken it a bit too far, just sitting there.
You could be. I feel like you wouldn't be the first person in the world to go on Zoom with a lovely dressing gown.
No, true. My friends make fun of me. They're like, oh, it just makes me feel depressed when I see you in your dressing gown. I'm like,
that's so mean.
Thanks a lot.
My mum's got a dressing gown and it's got rabbit ears and she just looks so cute when she wears it.
So anyway, what are we talking about today? We're going to have a chat about vegan dogs because they've been in the news again.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk about biscuits.
Yes, to celebrate, well, it's gone now, but National Tea Day.
Yeah, National Tea Day last week. We're going to do reviews of the Leon vegan condiments, yum, seaweed crisps, yes, they're a thing, and good for you seed toppers, which I'm actually obsessed with.
They were amazing.
And then we're going to share our funny stories.
Yes, funny vegan stories of how we became vegan. That was so long-winded when I described that.
But we want to hear your funny stories as well. So email us at simplyvegan@anthem.co.uk.
This is so weird.
I know.
I'm seeing you in the flesh.
I know. It's very weird. So vegan dogs. So you've got a dog, right?
But I have got a dog. I've actually got 3.
But they don't live with you?
No. So one is my mum and then my dad's got 2.
Right.
But I don't have favourites, but my favourite, who is a Cocker Spaniel, his name's Chase. Philip, you've got a Spaniel as well, haven't you?
I do have a Cocker Spaniel. They're mental.
Oh, they are insane.
What colour's yours?
All black.
Right.
Mine's beautiful.
Ginger?
Golden.
Yeah.
He is stunning. What's his name? Charlie.
Yeah.
Charlie and Chase. Maybe they could be friends.
They won't be friends. Charlie doesn't have any dog friends.
Oh.
He thinks...
All right. Doesn't want to be friends with Charlie anyway.
Sorry to kill that party, but he's just not good with other dogs really, unless they're sort of like very submissive young females or something, or old females.
Is Charlie problematic?
He is a problem child. He is an only child and he thinks he's like human or something. And yeah, he's very anxious and a proper stress head.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyway, tell us about Chase.
So Chase is very much not a vegan, I will say. He kind of has a very, very sensitive stomach, which I've said to my mum loads of times, like, you know, maybe he does need a diet change. Maybe what he's having is a little bit too aggressive. But I think in Chase's cases, whenever you change his food, like it kind of, excuse the word, but it just goes straight through him.
Oh, right.
But recently he's been really poorly and he like being sick and sort of having, again, diarrhea, but like with blood in there.
Oh no.
It's nothing. So my mum looked at it and certain colours of blood in stool, one means dangerous, the other means that it's sort of like an inflamed sort of liver or something like that. But anyway, I said to my mum, this story has come out which basically says that was a study that said that vegan dogs are likelier to be healthy than those that follow obviously like a heavy meat diet. And I kind of believe it. I think the idea of dog food, like dog meat especially, I don't know why, I just think it's like all meat is bad, but dog meat and cat meat is just bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like the scrapings off the floor, isn't it? I mean, it's not going to be like, well, unless you're paying an absolute fortune.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so my dog Charlie, the Cocker Spaniel, is vegan, and I actually was on Jeremy Vine.
Love that.
I always go to say Jeremy Kyle.
I have not been on Jeremy Kyle.
They are very different shows.
They are. Jeremy Vine, the TV program one. I can't remember. It was Jeremy on 5 or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
He wasn't actually there, which was a shame. And I was only on Zoom.
You're not missing
However,
much,
they made me hold Charlie like on my lap on Zoom for the whole however long the segment was. It was a nightmare. He's massive for a start. He's not like a little Cocker
I've seen
Spaniel.
pictures of him. I think just Cocker Spaniels in general, they are just bigger, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think Chase was a farm. We got him from a farm.
Oh,
so
right.
he was like a farming, like bred from farming dogs. So he's massive. His paws like the size of my hands.
Oh, I want to meet him.
He's such a lovely boy.
How old is he?
I think he might be 7.
Right. So Charlie's 11 and obviously wasn't vegan. We adopted him when he was like 2.5, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And he wasn't vegan, but my friend sort of has a vegan dog. And she said that her dog's like digestive problems were a lot better. And Charlie'd never had any stomach problems until a few years ago. And we ended up in like emergency vet like hospital on, I think it was like on Easter Sunday or something.
Oh my God.
Literally sat there the whole day. Cost us like 300 quid. And it was just, I just thought, well, maybe, and that was because of his stomach.
Yeah.
So gave it a go. The only thing he's absolutely great on it. Like really, people can't believe that he's 11.
Yeah.
No stomach problems, full of energy. Which I'm not sure is a good thing, actually.
I know, I was going to say. She did, when she said full of energy, she did make a face.
I'm taking him off it. But the only downside I'd say is the cost, because this is like a really good bioorganic vegan dog food.
I was going to say, so what type of food do you buy? Do you sort of make your own, or is it specifically like vegan dog food?
Yeah, no, it's called Yara, the brand. Mm-hmm. And it's the one that my friend uses. So she'd done all the research. So I just had to buy it. I didn't have to worry about trying to work out which one was the best. But it is expensive. And obviously with things the way they are at the moment, it's a bit like,
it's hard,
can we afford this? But I think it's worth looking into if your dog does, have any stomach problems and things, or even if they don't.
Yeah, I think a lot of people do tend to, they're a bit split over this. So when we shared this on the Vegan Food and Living socials, there was definitely like a split reaction in the comments. I think a lot of vegans even were saying that, I'm vegan, it doesn't mean that my dog is. But I think they're kind of taking that a bit too literally, and it's from a health perspective rather than a ethical perspective, which, yes, okay, the ethical side of it ties in as well, but I think it's more of like doing it for health reasons,
and environmental reasons,
exactly,
because obviously, like, it's still meat, isn't it, in the dog food. What I would say is from my research, dogs are omnivorous, so they can eat
anything,
pretty much,
They can't eat garlic and they can't eat grapes.
This is it. They can't have chocolate, but they can adapt to, different diets.
Yeah.
And, when people sort of say, wolves in the wild would be eating meat. Well, that dogs are not wolves. They're so, literally so far.
I find that so funny when people compare, like, I don't know, the bloody Chihuahua or Shih Tzu or whatever to a wolf in the woods. It's just like, it's very different dietary needs. I love all of them, but like you can't compare the two.
So I guess it's different for different breeds and things, but
definitely do your research. Maybe you have a sort of consultation with your vet, but it's not, dogs having vegan diets isn't anything new. No. I don't think. It's just there's a lot more study and research on there now, so it's definitely becoming a bit more mainstream.
Definitely. Well, biscuits.
Dog biscuits.
Not dog biscuits, human biscuits.
What's your favourite dog biscuit?
I've never eaten one, have you?
No, it scares me. I mean, I used to be friends with a girl who used to eat a dog's like chocolates.
What?
Yeah.
That's weird.
I suppose it's just I did not have one of these chocolates, I will like to say. But I suppose it's just like low sugar chocolate for dogs. I can't imagine it's going to be like gravy.
No.
I don't know.
It's not going to be 99% cacao either because they can't have chocolate. So it's
don't
not
know what
going to
it
be
was.
chocolate at all, is it?
Didn't have a clue what it was. But no, actual biscuits. It was National Tea Day on Friday, I believe. And teas are great, but they're only great when you've got a biscuit to dunk them in or dunk into it.
My family are all very much like that. I'm not really a tea and biscuit kind of girl.
Really?
They are all like my mum will pop round and I'll do her a cup of tea. And then it's almost like she pauses looking at me and I'm like, oh God, sorry. What do you want with it? And then I just pull out all these random bits of chocolate and leftover biscuits and stuff. And she's like,
so funny.
So are you a dunker? You like to have your...
Oh, you're going to hate this.
What?
So yes, I am a dunker. But when I was younger, oh gosh. I don't know if it's a Welsh thing. I don't know if it's my dad being weird. But we used to dip our toast into our tea.
Toast?
Yeah.
That is weird. I've never heard of that. I need to ask my Welsh. Well, yeah, tea and toast, but you're taking it literally.
It was disgusting. I remember eating it and they'd be like, I'm literally eating this because my dad is. Like, that wouldn't be the meal. Like, we wouldn't have like...
That would be it.
We'd have like the tea in a bowl and like that wasn't the case. It was like we had a cup of tea, we had a slice of toast and we'll dip it.
Dip it in.
It actually makes me feel sick when I think about that.
In the tea.
You know what else I used to do? I think I can confess it.
Just do it. Just get it off your chest now, Molly.
I used to dip my toast into a bowl of Cocoa Pops.
Oh, you're just wrong. You're just wrong. I remember doing the McDonald's milkshakes.
Oh, I
with
love
chips.
that. I literally would order chips. Mine was McFlurry, chips and McFlurry.
Yeah.
And I would stud the McFlurry with chips.
Oh, it's making me feel ill. Did you ever have a crisp sandwich?
Oh, I still do.
Oh my God.
That'll be my lunch.
No.
Well, like when I'm off the wagon.
Yeah. When you're off the gluten-free wagon. Oh, my mum used to make them and it's just, like it would be like that cheap white bread, crisps. They could be either cheese and onion or ready salted, I think. I don't think I was too keen on salt and vinegar. And
Mine salt and vinegar or prawn cocktail.
Really? And Branston pickle?
Yeah, I love a Branston pickle. Do love a Branston pickle, but I just love butter, crisps and bread.
It's like a cold chip butty, isn't it? Like a crispy chip butty.
Yes.
Anyway, we're getting off topic. Biscuits. What's your favourite?
I love a fig roll. I don't know if we can call it fig.
Oh my God.
I'm such an old soul.
I used to like those, and I had one.
I think there's the Aldi ones are vegan. I've not had one for ages, but I do love a fig roll.
Quite dry though, aren't they?
So you dip them in your tea.
Oh God, right, okay, that's where I'm going wrong. Okay, I need to rethink this whole tea dipping thing. What would I eat?
Shortbread, love shortbread.
Can you get vegan shortbread?
Morrison's do a nice one. They do either chocolate chip or just normal, like all butter vegan shortbread.
In
the Freak From. I don't think it's too expensive either. And I think at Christmas we got some lovely ones from the Vegan Kind supermarket.
Oh, nice.
Can't remember what the brand was, but it's like a Scottish family.
Yeah.
Classic shortbread Scots family.
Oh, that sounds
kind
good.
Of thing.
Yeah, I mean, we have Oreos, which are accidentally vegan because the kids like them. What else do we have? The kids like Jammy Dodgers.
Oh, I love a Jammy Dodger.
Which are accidentally vegan, aren't they? Or they do vegan ones as well now. Is that right? Or they just labelled them?
No, so I think they've just changed their recipe.
What else is there? Bourbons.
I love a bourbon. I feel like in the last year I only realised that they're vegan, accidentally vegan. Do you know what's really good? And when I'm sort of on my period and feeling very needy and very like I need something
comfort food,
so indulgent, I have a bourbon. I've not had this in a while, so I feel like I might do it again. A bourbon with a spread of Biscoff butter on top, and then it's got to be Tesco's raspberry compote.
What?
With a sliver of raspberry compote on top, because it just sort of the sourness from the raspberries bites through it all. Oh, it's amazing. You can't eat loads of them.
That sounds amazing. So Biscoff spread's accidentally vegan, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the Biscoff biscuits.
Yeah.
I do actually like those a lot because they're
I do. Yeah, Biscoff. Obviously, love a Biscoff.
Yum.
But I will end up eating the whole packet.
That's the problem.
Yeah, I feel like I love them with butter as well.
Molly, you are wrong.
I need to stop. I'm getting embarrassed.
Don't be silly. I love it. I love that you're such a, well, you hate the term foodie, don't you? But I always wanted to be a foodie when I was young, like not younger, in my 20s.
I just love food.
Yeah. But I love that because you can feel the passion coming from you, you know? And it's only now I'm vegan that I love food too.
Yeah.
Because before I was like,
you just have to be creative with it. I mean, obviously me putting butter on my biscuit isn't being like creative, but in like other meals.
Oh, my granddad would love you. He'd be like, oh, a bit more butter on that. Go on, put a bit more.
What's the block
Natura?
Natura? Is it Naturally?
Naturally, yes.
Oh, yeah,
with an eye.
Yeah, that is the best. And Flora, to be fair. Flora salted butter, the vegan block.
Yeah.
That is beautiful.
As long as you've got a bit of salt in there, I think it tastes good.
Yeah.
Well, should we do some reviews? So Leon condiments we tried recently. They're $2.50 at Sainsbury's. There's how do you pronounce it? Aioli.
So I
trying to do the aioli.
Oh no.
Garlic mayonnaise. Korean garlic mayonnaise. Vegan mayo, beetroot ketchup, chili ketchup, mango ketchup, and then like a harissa.
Yeah, it's like a harissa with sun-dried tomato.
Yeah.
So aioli. I'm going to call it aioli.
Okay, let's go with that. There's so many of them in the range. I love Leon. I love the cookbooks.
I love Leon too. We were given the chance to go and get some of the food from the actual restaurant, but I haven't got a Leon anywhere near me.
Apparently there's one opening near me I think it's about 20 minutes away. But yeah, I couldn't believe that.
If you get a Leon before me,
I'm going to get a Leon and you're going to be so jealous.
I am going to be so jealous. Yeah, these are great. I always pick up the garlic aioli from Sainsbury's. My local one sells it. It's just so handy. Whenever you're doing sort of like flatbreads or kind of anything.
Like that kebab meat. What's it called?
Kebabs. Squeaky Bean has started doing.
Oh yes, we're going to be reviewing that in a few weeks, aren't we?
Sneaky peek.
Yeah. I really like the beetroot ketchup, which I hadn't tried before.
It was good, wasn't it?
Really nice because it's just got that lovely earthy sweetness, and I actually put it in like some pasta sauce.
Love that. I always put ketchup in like bolognese and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think these ones would definitely be nice. The chili ketchup as well, I liked.
Yeah.
Wasn't too it didn't taste too artificial.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that one, but definitely my favourite was the beetroot and the Korean aioli was probably my favourite out of all of them.
Delicious. I love Korean flavours. Probably my best cuisine to cook.
You're so fancy.
I know. What am I like?
What about the seaweed crisps then? These are by Abacus Foods and they're 99p at Holland and Barrett. They've got lightly salted cheese flavour.
Yeah,
let's just take a moment to consider that.
That's a bit controversial. Cheese flavoured seaweed.
And then they've got a sweet chili one. So it's like seaweed coated in like tapioca.
Yeah, and sort of fried. So it's kind of got, I think like tapioca is what you use to make like prawn crackers. So I loved these so much. The sweet chili ones were, delicious. And the lightly salted, I got to be honest, I was too scared to try the cheese ones.
Yeah, I had to try the cheese ones because I was just like, cheese and seaweed. It's practically like having cheese with fish. It just doesn't go together.
Cheesy fish.
Yeah, I mean they're quite fishy, aren't they? These.
Yeah, but I love that. I love seaweed. I love seaweed crisps, like the thins. I love those.
The Itsu ones. Yeah.
So nice. Expensive though.
They are really expensive.
I would say you don't get a lot in the bag, but I mean, you don't get a lot of crisps in any crisp bag these days.
No.
It's just, that's 2020 for you.
2022.
Where are we?
2 years behind, love.
God, it's really going to get worse.
No, so we don't want to be back in 2020. Definitely not.
Oh, God. I was eating too many crisps.
Lockdown. I like the lightly salted ones and the sweet chili. Cheese was just a step too far for me.
Yeah.
And I liked them, but I would prefer to eat like the nori sheets, like the Itsu ones that have like some flavouring.
Yeah, I think these are very good for like an alternative for like obviously like potato or oiled crisps, like sort of really saturated. Yeah, these are definitely a healthier one.
And then good for you seed toppers that are available at Sainsbury's, Tesco's, Waitrose and Ocado, £2 a pack. These are just my food heaven. I love crunch to things, and I've been sticking them on everything.
When they come, she was like, Molly, have you had the seeds? They're so good.
She's like, yeah, seeds. But they are amazing.
They were nice.
They're like seeds and roasted peas, and they've got different flavours. So some are like roasted in tamari, which is gluten-free soy sauce, isn't it? And then there's a garlic and chili flavour. And then they've got like a new Caesar salad crumble, which has got seaweed in it.
Love that.
I just think, like, I love eating salads, but they can get so boring. And I think when you are vegan, you need all these things like the condiments and the seeds and the little things to kind of elevate your meals.
Whenever I sort of have like a curry or like soups or whatever, soups is obviously a bit more common, but I find myself now going to put a few pumpkin seeds in the oven, spraying a little bit of like I use the fry light oil, not all the time, because I don't know if I like it or not. I don't know if it's good for me. I'm not really sure. But I just put a few spritz of that and a little bit of salt, and then they just go so crispy. And then on top of like curries, sort of a bit like softer textures, it's just a very welcomed crunch.
Yeah, because I think sometimes a lot of vegan food can be quite soft, can't it? And you need to get that texture in there.
Yeah.
So are we going to finish by sharing our funny stories?
So I'm just going to say it. When I met my now partner nearly 3 years ago, he was a diehard vegan. He still is a diehard vegan. And to make him fall in love with me, I also went vegan. So my initial journey to veganism was
fake. You're a fake.
I think I am. But from there I blossomed, and I have seen the light, and I'm so grateful that he's just inspired me to be a better and healthier person. And I've got a bloody job out of it.
Yeah, exactly. Do you think he would have not loved you then if you'd not been vegan?
Probably not. No. I'm joking. Maybe I wouldn't want to take the risk.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Just wanted to make perfectly sure.
I knew. I was manifesting, and I'm, if anything, I'm a bit, what's the word? Manipulative.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think when you know, you just know, don't you? Exactly. And you just want to make it work.
And it's worked.
Yeah, exactly. I think it doesn't matter what reason you have for turning vegan. And like for me, it was health. And then when I say that out loud, I'm like, God, that's so selfish. I only went vegan because it was all about me. And
it's a hard one, isn't
being
it?
healthy and looking great because I wanted better skin. But actually, who cares? Because then I learned all about the
it's
ethical
just
side of it. And then I learned all about the environmental side of it. And now I'm vegan for all the reasons.
Exactly. So, I think, you made the step. I made the step. We're here. We're doing our bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think no judgment here. Do what you need to do. Please don't judge me.
We're judging.
What's yours?
I don't even know if I want to share it. So, growing up, we were never, ever allowed to talk about,
I don't know. I just say it. Say it.
Like poo and stuff. Like it was just not talked about.
No.
So to me, it's like I can't even say the words out loud, like farts and things like that. Because it was just, I'd never even heard that word.
Yeah.
Until I got to like senior school. I hadn't even heard the word fart. So to say it, it's like, it literally is like, takes all my being to sort of, it's just not right.
It's okay. It's a safe space.
So when I first went vegan, there was a lot of like
wind,
and like going to the toilet a lot more often than I was before.
That's the fibre, honey.
Yeah, I know. And it was a bit of a shock because it was like, oh my God, you know, I just had to sort of be near a toilet like a lot. And it did scare me a bit because I was be out and about and I'd be like, oh my God. But I think that happens to a lot of people, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think they just don't expect it because obviously it's such a change. And I think when you first go vegan as well, if you're like me, I just kind of like straight away, I Googled how to be vegan, bought like all of the very expensive, like just went out and bought like agave syrup and just like all of the typical like vegan ingredients. And then you're just like, well, what do I do with this? And then you just eat all the veg and it's just like my body's like, what is all of this nutrients?
Yes, exactly. What did you just buy it and put it on your shelf so that when Cherry came round, you'd be like, oh yes, I love agave syrup too.
Do you know what? I went vegan when I was oh my gosh, I think I might have been in college and I went vegan for a week, and this was in like Wales, so in Port Talbot, and I went to, as I said, Google all the ingredients that I needed, went to Holland and Barrett, was like, I'm going to make mozzarella dippers. I don't know why mozzarella dippers, like vegan mozzarella dippers was my first thing to make when I went vegan. So stupid. And I just went in there and I bought I can't even remember what the brand of cheese was, but it just was it was like pus. It was
don't even like cheese.
I know. So I made them and I literally took one bite and I was just gone.
And that was it. I'm not going vegan.
Yeah. I can have mozzarella dippers.
Gutted. Yeah, I think if anyone else if anyone listening has the same problem that I had, keep going because it does get better after a few weeks or months. So you'll be fine.
Yes.
And you will be a lot more regular going forward, and your body will thank you for it.
Definitely. We want to hear your stories too.
We do. Send them to us, simplyvegan@anthem.co.uk. It's been so nice recording with you.
I know. I feel like we should do this every week, but we live in different parts of the country.
I know. Well, it's like 2-hour drive.
I know. That's a commitment.
There's so much.
Maybe we could do it once a month.
Yeah, shall we?
Yeah.
I like it.
I like it too.
Okay, well, coming up on Thursday, the CEO of Cruelty Free International. You really want to listen to this, Molly, because afterwards you're going to be looking at all your cleaning products going, can't use that anymore. Yeah,
okay.
It's a bit of an eye-opener because you kind of feel like, you know, in this day and age, we're not really testing on animals, but it's a lie.
I know. It's actually so, you just kind of turn a blind eye to it, don't you? But it's so prevalent. Is that the word I'm trying to say?
We're the worst in Europe, in the UK.
Jesus Christ.
I know. But it's not that depressing to listen to, I promise. It's a really good interview. So have a listen on Thursday. And Molly and I will be back next Tuesday.
Via Zoom.
Have an amazing week.
Bye.